January 7th, 2025. I left here and had some errands to run with my boyfriend. Okay? He had to mail something, had to go pay a doctor, had to go pick up my prescriptions. Well, we also went to Golden Corral. We go in there, we're standing and we're waiting. There's no one to check it. You have to pay before you go in. And I'm waiting and waiting. He's like, well, I have to go to the bathroom. I said, well, go ahead. Right behind the half glass wall, there's a man sitting there talking real loud so everyone can hear. Some guy showed up. See, I went to the gas station earlier in the day. He yelled out, Will went out with that girl. And that's why he did it. And he stole. Where they said that he stole for Michelle and Lauren, part of the drug cartel, where they've said it through the whole case. Okay, where she told up in Akron. And one of my client's neighbors said, I told that Lauren I don't want her back here. Where October 4th, 23, she screamed it out in Maslin. They were talked about October 6th, 23, that it was one guy from the case, his girlfriend. He was stealing all kinds of money for her. December 2nd, 22, in Alliance, it's one guy stealing every dime from the case since the first day. And repeatedly. You know what I mean? Well, when I'm standing there waiting for the cashier, that took a long time to even get there. They're going on. That one guy showed up and he said he's stealing for her ex-husband's illegitimate daughters. We said he can't date her and work her case. Oh, I know that. They said he quit his job so he could join them, so he could drive around making fun of her with them. She didn't realize it was the FBI in her home before. No, it wasn't the FBI. It was a drug cartel. The FBI is not going around breaking the Fourth Amendment, drug, beating, raping people in their homes. My God, it was a drug cartel. You've heard the cops say it. Okay? And I have to sit there and stand there and listen to their shit. They said the police have been running around fixing all this. Yeah. They said he came in and confessed he did it for his daughter, that she lied to him, that she threatened her, and she didn't even know who she was. Okay? And they're running their mouth. He finally gets out of the bathroom. And the lady finally comes in and checks, lets us ring up so we can go sit down to the buffet. Now, I got bit back on October 1st of 24 by a German Shepherd mix. I had finished up work, came home, picked up my boyfriend, went to go to the bank. I touched my scrubs, and I'm like, crap. Okay? I forgot her eyeglasses. Do you care if I swing by and I just lay it on her front steps, and then I'll call the office and tell them to get, so she has them because I won't see her for a week. Oh, I don't care. I said, well, wait here. I go to walk up. She's at the door, and I'm like, I got your eyeglasses. Well, she's got a mean dog. Okay? She knows not to let it out. She goes to open the door. I'm like, don't open the door. The dog's there. I'm way out in the yard. She goes to open the door further, and I'm like, don't open the door. The dog's there. Okay? She swings it wide open. That dog runs out, bites me in my stomach. I had 2 layers of clothes, an undershirt, my scrubs, and then I had a jacket on. By the way, I still have the DNA from the dog on where it bit through my jacket on the jacket. Never washed it. Don't play with me, people. Okay? It bit me again in my stomach and it pulled. And I'm screaming. It bites me in my arm and pulls down. It lunges for my face and I have to block my face. And this thing keeps reattaching itself and biting me. And I'm screaming. And she finally walks over, goes to pull it down. I had to reach over and grab its collar and pull it off me. And I doubled over. My boyfriend's in the car. And he is screaming, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, in shock. Are you okay? I called my boss. He's like, I'm calling our son. Found out it bit another caretaker. And he didn't bother to tell me. I knew it had bit other family members. And I told him, I said, it better never bite me. She knows not to let it out. And she opened that door on purpose. Okay? After I got done talking to my boss. Okay? I went, he's like, I got to get you to an emergency room. Okay? We go to the emergency room. I'm already bruising. I got like a cut, like V, where the teeth pulled down. Imprint perfectly of a dog bite on my stomach. Okay? It bit through 2 shirts, my nicotine gum, t-shirts, and jacket. I got holes in my jacket. Okay? I had to get a tetanus shot and I had to be on antibiotics. Went to the doctor the next day. Bruises for over a month. Within a few days, I had needles feeling to the point my leg was going numb. They said I have nerve damage in my stomach. I have lost 10 pounds. I make a sick joke that I have a diet by dog bite. I can hardly eat. I eat small amounts and my stomach goes into cramps. You can feel the scar tissue underneath my skin. Even the doctor was rubbing on my stomach and said you can feel where it bit. Didn't damage the intestines, but it's swelling into it and it causes it hard to eat. I eat small little portions. Okay? I went back and the doctor said it's just probably the nerve damage still acting up. Now, some idiots walk around me while I only ate like a third of my food, half, and I barely put food on my plate. And my boyfriend said, oh, you can eat. I said, I don't like it. It's like it's already starting to tighten up again. He's like, you don't eat enough. Some lady's like, she's going out to eat. Well, my boyfriend likes to go out to eat. A lot of times I'm just sitting there drinking coffee or I'll order something and take a few bites out of it. I can't even finish a whole bowl of soup. So they're like some attorneys trying to prove she didn't get hurt from that dog. The police watched me and they've even showed up. We all know she got hurt really bad by that dog. None of this is funny. My car's fucked. Don't play with me, people. I have the dog's DNA on my coat. I have nicotine gum with its bite marks all the way through it that have its DNA. Don't play with me. And I have OnStar in my car, satellite tracking, and my phone would ding from there where I made the phone call. You want to say something stupid? Don't be playing with me, drug cartel. Don't. Now that agent that opened my case that was not with the FBI within 3 months told on me before he talked to me. I called the hotline. They drugged me up so bad I couldn't answer the phone. Within 3 days, I made myself get up. Sitting on the front porch, got enough air. My face, called one of my witnesses, took his voicemail, brought it out, and his number on a card, and on a piece of paper, put it in a card, and dropped it off the mall. He's up at Apostolic Church of Barberton, telling on me for calling the FBI. He confessed December 18th, 24. He found out his daughter lied to him. That I threatened her. How would I threaten her? I had never even laid my eyes on him. Until that day, I'd only talked to him on the phone. And he bullies me and confesses he talked to everyone. Makes fun of me for some drug dealer named Pete. I was running a scam, laughing at me how he knows the church is trying to kill me because of strangers lie. You listen to the recorded line like investigators say, you almost fall out of your chair. That agent opened the case. And he stole the money from my case. And the drug cartel that is selling people, they're breaking those 2 girls from the drug cartel that he's dating them and giving them the money. He is financing human trafficking. That makes him a terrorist against the United States. He's stealing government money and giving it to people that are selling and killing U.S. citizens. That makes him a terrorist, you dumbasses. Realize that. He told on a victim calling for help and aided and abetting human trafficking, rape, sextortion, and racketeering. And then he was no longer with the FBI within 3 months. And he's the one selling government technology and covering across police scanners. Realize he's a terrorist. And none of this is funny. U.S. Marshals showed up January 20th, 23. And they've been blowing the hell out of the cartel. And that's the only reason why people are not dying and being taken in the multitude. Because they've been kicking ass down here. Now, don't even play with me. The government still owes me that money. That agent that is no longer an agent, if my card where he said he loaded on money on it is not in my file in the Stark County FBI Drug and Task Force, in the courthouse of Canton, he put it in his pocket, and like Sheriff David, Mike DeWine's cousin, he stole your money. He stole others. And he's been stealing from the government. He's stealing from victims. He was cutting deals with the people trying to kill him. And then setting up cases and then feeding them to the cartel. Or whatever villain. And then stealing the money he offers them. And setting up real cases with statements, immunity, money, and a judge's order, and then stealing. Now, do I find you funny? No. And there is no attorney helping them get away with a dog bite. You know what? You're so stupid and pathetic. I have documented nerve damage from that dog. And I have its DNA and a lot of things. And the police have already even showed up where I went to the doctor. We all know she got really hurt bad from that dog, and none of this is funny. My car's bugged, and they have to document everything every day for the FBI case. You want to play with me? You have no say, no control over nothing. See, the cartel wants people to think they're so stupid in this area. They can tell them what they can do to them, and they can do it. They can't do shit. They have been interfering in the federal investigation that was open. So human traffickers trying to block prosecution. That former agent admitted he was in it with the drug dealers making bets over this. And he did it because he said his daughter told him that I threatened her. I didn't even ever speak to her, nor did I believe her that she was dating Dave in January, February of 19. I told you she looked 14 to 16 years old. I did not believe her when she announced she was the one dating Dave and all this stuff. She looked like a teenage prostitute. Even the cops thought she was at first. And they only thought she was 14 to 16. You should have put her in a drug rehab. Instead, quitting your job and running with the drug cartel. How much money have you embezzled from the government, former Agent Willer John? How much money have you embezzled from the U.S. government? Because like Sheriff David Mike DeWine's cousin said, the governor's cousin, he stole yours. He's so arrogant with you. He stole others and got away with it. If they go back through his cases, he's been stealing a long time. To the point he quit his job and he's running with the cartel now. want you to think about that. He's a terrorist. And when you start looking at these people as terrorists that are killing U.S. citizens and selling them, that's who's doing this. And none of this is funny. They have his confession. December 18th, 24. Walks into Walmart 62. She really never knew who Michelle was till January, February 19th. No, I made sure of it. She told me she threatened her. And she didn't know who she was. He said no. Until she showed up and announced herself. She had no idea who she was. I still never talked to her. I'm sitting in Faith Family Church. It's a mega church. It sits over 1,000 in the sanctuary. I'm sitting there waiting for church to start. Some teenagers come in. They're allowed to look back. Okay. Michelle is a normal name. Okay. And all of a sudden she yells out, I'm the one that dates Dave. And I look back. She points right at me. I'm the one that dates her husband. Points at me. I'm like, it's you? I thought it was Michelle Kelko. I mean, like sideswipe. Look back and I thought, you don't look 18 years old. Okay? And she's going on how she can have anybody drug, beat, and rape. She just has to ask the guy. I thought, you're crazy and you're dangerous too. Look back and it's like, you look almost homeless. You don't even look 100 pounds. It's you? And it didn't make any sense. Dave's 60. She didn't look 18. She didn't look 90 pounds. Get the idea? She looked homeless. Okay? I go to leave. The police that worked my case said, are they trying to set her husband up for going out with a teenage prostitute? She don't look 18. She looks, what, 15, 16? Another cop says, I'd pick her at 14. I thought, yeah, 14 to 16. And that girl even said that she had spent the night with a bunch of boys and she was wearing one of their clothes. That's why it's January or February of 19. Her pants didn't even come down to her ankle. They weren't capris. She was wearing some guy's clothes that were too small. Huh? And the shoes look ratty and the shirt doesn't look right. And she looks like a teenage prostitute that was homeless. Okay? I didn't believe her. He's 60. What would he be doing with a 15-year-old prostitute? You know what I mean? I didn't believe her. Like the cop said, we watched Karen's face. She didn't believe that girl. No. I didn't say a word to her. She told everyone at first she was Agent Will's daughter. Then she tried to tell people she was retired Judge Pete's daughter and then da-da-da. You know what I mean? But that guy came in. Like they said last week, some agent lied to the U.S. Marshals. We already knew everything was photoshopped and drugged on her before. What do you mean he told the U.S. Marshal weird with yourself? We already knew that was a shower scene in washing. They had photoshopped that and drugged her and told her to say it. We already knew that. What do you mean he lied to the U.S. Marshals? Another agent. The FBI's been getting even with her because they thought she threatened one of their kids. Apparently. They ought to be ashamed. Ashamed. Never even spoke to her. Never even spoke to her. What part of when you asked me if I knew if Dave had a girlfriend, I told you I never caught him with anyone? You laughed at me, and on the phone, and to another guy, she said she never caught him with anyone. No. What happened to December 9th of 18, where I taped him, my ex-husband Dave? He confessed I never caught him with anyone. Did you not understand I never caught him? So there'd be no one to threaten. The police always knew I never caught Dave. So what is your problem?